Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome to SimplePlanes with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to the very first video on this title. So this is a game I was actually really looking forward to having a go of while it was in early development. However, even though I was given a free copy from the developers just before the Steam release, I completely forgot about it, and that makes me feel a little bit bad, as I really wanted to play this, and then completely forgot. So today we're going to be playing SimplePlanes, a game which some say is a combination of Kerbal Space Program and Robocraft, in that you make things and kind of control them in a very similar way to Kerbal Space Program. However, they do have weapons, they can fight each other, and you can do lots of things against the AI. This is of course though just a single player game, at least to the best of my knowledge. Now this is the second time playing this game, and honestly I'm still very bad at it. So today we're simply going to try and make a functional aircraft from scratch. The first time I played it was over on Twitch TV/Lathrix. A bit of self-promotion there, as I'm going to be streaming twice a week starting in a couple of weeks' time, or at least that's the goal. Perhaps only once a week, only time will tell, as I'm getting a better internet connection at last. Hurrah! Gone are the days of only 800 kilobytes per second upload. So, let's get straight into the building mode and see if we can make something that actually functions. Like a lot of vehicle designing games, we start off with our main component, the component which is pretty much immortal and everything else connects to. So, let's get started then. Now, like I was saying, I've only played this once before, and only for a short while, so I'm not particularly good at it yet, but I'm almost certain we can make a flyer that works. It took me over an hour the first time. Let's see if we can do this in about 10 minutes. So, first of all, we're using this, increasing the size of it, forwards. Actually, do you want to let's make it thinner. Let's try and make like a drone craft. Something small and nippy. Nothing over the top, nothing really special. Adding perhaps one bomb or one very basic weapon to it so that we can attack one of the towers or something, because there are destructible buildings in the sandbox mode. I'm not sure how many there are, but there are certainly destructible towers. So that's our goal today. Destroy a tower. That's our big goal today. It's nothing special, nothing over the top. That's all we're doing. Now, I would like to actually do this. Centre of mass, centre of lift, centre of thrust, making it a lot easier for us to actually control our thing. Well, at least to figure out how everything's going to be attached. Primary wings, as you can imagine, are the primary wings. So let's attach them to the sides. They already have a functional attachment there, so we can already control our vessel in a very basic way. Now, do I want to build this a little bit higher than usual? Do I want to build it in the middle? Because we are going to be attaching landing stuff to this, landing gear, which will be quite heavy. So, I don't know where I really want to place the wing in terms of this, but for now we'll just go with that, and let's mirror that to the other side. There we are, we have wings, we have our cockpit at the front, we have our basic body, it's all lovely. And the wings contain fuel. Okay. We could edit the shape. Now, I would like this, maybe... No, wait, I want to edit this bit. Could we maybe do something like... Not that. Like that. That would look cool. Okay, let's go with that instead. Destroy that. This goes here. And this will be most of the mass of the airplane, most likely. Or the drone, as I'll be calling it from now. Mirror. There we are. So yeah, definitely get a lot of Kerbal Space Program vibes from just how things are placed and such. Next. Okay, so we need to know what kind of propulsion are we going for. Are we going for the blades, or are we going for the jets? Now the jets are significantly more powerful, but also significantly heavier. And if I add those, what I think I could do is... Oops, daisy. Raise it like this, so that that's now on the top. Just put that back there. So that the weight is a little bit higher up. So we add another one of those and blend them in together. Then we have a nose cap on the front, which could add a bit of weight to make sure we don't tip back. So we always pitch down rather than up, which is a lot more easy to control. And then also the centre of mass will be higher, so I don't just flip out. Maybe that would be the idea. Maybe that would be the idea indeed. We'll see as we go. So for now, add a thruster there. And again, let's just mirror that. Okay. What I'm going to do is actually increase the size of this slightly. Not by a long shot, but just a little bit. Like that. Have them both as hard, so they're both a square shape. Then the next piece we attach can curve outwards, starting on a square. Copy and paste that for a second. Edit. Make this significantly smaller than it is currently. And the front I would like to be smooth and smaller. And on the very front, what we could do is add a cap to it, which is the nose cone. Looks reasonable. Boring, but reasonable, right? Now, we have a bit of a problem here. The centre of lift and the centre of mass are really not lined up properly, but we'll fix that later, because we still have to add the back section to this, and we need to add the landing gear. For simplicity's sake, let's go with the large retractable, because that's, you can just attach it like... Oh no, you can't just attach it to the wing. I thought you could. Well then. What can you attach it to is the question. Well, that's something I didn't know already. That was quick. There is an attachment here. Where is it here? The pylon. Now, this is also where you can attach things like weapons. But for now, let's see if we can just do this. Attach the pylon, go for the landing gear, large retractable. Something like that. Of course, that's a bit too far back, honestly. So how about if we move it a little bit? I would like them further out, but it's okay. I don't mind doing this. A bit of sacrifice. And then once again, let's just mirror this. Like so. There we are. So we have very basic landing gear, which has also brought the weight down significantly. If we need more weight on the top, we can add weight here to the back of where the cockpit is. Once again, copying this over to here, and once again making it a lot smaller. Do you want any rise to it? No, let's just make it flat for now. Again, we're doing it simple right now. We could do a lot more. We could make it buoyant. We could make it float on water. We could do all sorts of stuff in this game. But right now, we're just making a plane to showcase the game. Nothing else. Which is good, because I don't really know how to do anything else anyway. Have it a bit longer. If I'm going to do that, maybe like this. Okay. Then, what I would like is the stabilizer pieces. Horizontal stabilizers, obviously on the horizontal axis, like so. And then the vertical, believe it or not, on the vertical. As you can imagine. Mirror. Well, actually doesn't look too bad in terms of lining up, honestly. Now we do need to do this. Now that will actually naturally be a bit lower than the front, which is perfect. However, I did just steal that rather than copy it. Whoops. So it's just... Game, stop doing this to me. Thank you. Still learning the controls as well. Does bear some mentioning. The mass is a little bit too high, actually. I was expecting it to be too low. That's not too bad, actually. That's not one of the least problematic problems to have, honestly. Let's just see how that does. It shouldn't fly as it is. Well, it might fly, but it won't do very well. I thought that was a lot higher up than it was. That's going to be a little bit problematic. I'm trying to land later. Though I doubt this thing will fly anyway, so yep, doesn't fly. Like I was saying, it's just not sorted out yet. So, back to that. Let's figure out a way to fix this, because the thrust is lower than the mass, and the lift is not too bad, actually. Just the mass isn't really doing its job very well there. Aha! Attach that there, that's fine. Now the masts and the thrust is completely off. Okay, let's just do a little bit of tweaking and sort that out. Now, in theory, this should work. I've changed the paint scheme, probably the most important thing, but I've also made sure that the centre of mass, the centre of thrust, and the centre of lift are all nicely lined up. The mass is slightly ahead, so what should happen is a very gentle incline, a very gentle pitching down. Which it is, okay, that's what I wanted to see. Slow down a little bit so we're not liable to lose the wings. The wings are far too heavy, I will say that, and I'm probably going to lose them if we go too fast and try to control it too harshly, because these things do simply fall off in this game. Well, it's working. Definitely working. Okay, we have done one of the 2 goals of today already. We now have a working plane. The second goal is to destroy that bridge over yonder, which I don't think will work with our plane. Ugh, the pitching is so harsh. Let's see, can we crash into that support there? If we can, we might be able to take out the bridge with this. I'll still add a bomb, because I want to use a bomb, but... Okay. And... take that! Nope, the bridge still stands. We need a bomb. So let's add ourselves a bomb. Lots of weapons to choose from. Which are we going to choose? I think either the rocket pod or the boom. Now I know that the boom definitely works. It definitely destroys the bridge. So let's go with that. We could attach it to a pylon, like the landing gear here, which means it can be a lot more easy to use, or we could just attach it directly to the body, which means we have to launch the weapon a bit more manually, because I don't know the hotkey for it. Literally the main reason. I'm sure there's a hotkey for it, but let's just do this. There we go. And let's just go out with that and see how that works. I should have checked the centre of mass. Well, there's a lot more weight in the centre now, which means the wings are going to be even under more stress. Although we could have made it a lot worse by actually adding the bomb to the wings themselves using the pylons. There we go. Landing gear up. Slow down again, and let's make a gentle turn this way. By gentle, I mean extreme. So, we're going to go forward here, then we're going to make a sharp turn again so that we're on a perfect line with the bridge. Because I don't fancy my aim going that way, but going that way is fine. Now, I haven't set an activation group to this bomb, which means it's always going to be active because, well, we haven't set an activation group. So if we set an activation group with this weapon, then we had a second one, we could control which one we launch by pressing the launch weapon button over here. Once again, I don't know what the hotkey is for the launch weapon. I'm sure there is one. I'll check afterwards. Unless we can check right now. Oh, we can. Okay. Landing gear. That's not it. Flight. Is there a launch weapon control? Fire weapons, left alt. Fire guns, space. One of those two then. I'll check afterwards though for now. I would like to make sure we actually drop the bomb in the right place this time. So I'm just going to do it manually. A little bit off. Want to make sure I'm perfectly straight with it, but I'm not going to be. Okay, going to be a bit sketchy here, but drop the bomb. And no! Yes! I'm going to crash. I'm not. I am victorious regardless. Wow. How did that destroy that? I have no idea. Also, this thing actually gets out of really bad situations easily. Even that then, trying to spin it out, just goes back. I've actually made a decent controlling plane, I'm quite surprised. Okay, let's try that again. First of all, let's try and bomb something, so... Spacebar? No. Left alt? Yes. Didn't detonate, thankfully. So it is left alt when we're in that mode. Left alt normally is... No, it's not throttle, is it? Shift. Does left alt always work then, even if I'm not in that mode? Just... No, I have to actually be in that. Okay. Let's try again. Well, the screen just minimised itself. Hopefully that didn't cause too much of a flicker, so let's try then. This will be our last attempt of the day. Here's hoping we can actually get the bomb in the right place. Slowing down straight away, because again, I am very scared of these wings falling off, and I would prefer them not to fall off during our first video. Just because I want to feel like I've actually succeeded. I've made a plane that worked in less than 30 minutes. It has a weapon, it can destroy a bridge, everything is fine. Then later on we can build something a lot more exciting and a lot more advanced. I'll actually show you one of the more advanced ones in a second. Okay. A little bit more this time. Little bit more, so we're a little bit further away, so we've got a bit more time to straighten up our wings. The camera's very sensitive. Turning around. Up a little bit, we're going a bit too low. Arm the bomb. And dropping now. We hit it. That's better. Almost a miss, I'll admit, but we got it that time. And let's crash. Yes, I managed to get the wings. Well, I knew there'd be a way to do that. So, complete pitching down too quickly causes them to break off. And actually, that makes complete sense. Well, what a good way to end it, darting into the sea. I'm actually completely okay with that. I'm happy with that. For such a small amount of time, I'm really happy I just made something that works. So, save aircraft as first working. So next then, load aircraft. And what's a really cool one? There's so many cool ones here. I mean, just look at this thing. That one is fantastic, as you can probably imagine. But look at that, though. Let's go with this. You can even, of course, alter the wings, like the realistic version, which is very, very cool indeed. Don't want to mess around with it too much, let's get into the air. Infernos, rocket pods, there's just loads, look at that. So how do I activate them? I don't actually know what they're on, so I'm just going to drop them all if I can. There's the rocket pods. Whoa, we hit ourselves with a rocket pod! That scared me so much. How did I just do that? I guess I was pitching down too much, so the rocket pod hit the front, I suppose. I don't know how I did that. That's amazing. Okay. So that's group one. It actually hits the ground. Either way, as you can tell, this is significantly more advanced than ours. Oh, was it because I had the landing gear up still, maybe? Okay, let's test out. Does the rocket pod destroy the bridge? If we can actually straighten ourselves out, that'd be helpful. No, it doesn't, okay. So, not quite strong enough to actually destroy it. Oh no, it does! It does! Everything destroys the bridge. That's wonderful. So one last thing I want to quickly do before we exit the episode. And this way I can't, by the way, I can't fail at this, which is lovely, so I'm really happy with this. Player versus enemy. It's a dogfight, 1 versus 1. So I will have this as computer controlled, because honestly, dogfighting is very difficult in this game. We'll be using you versus the Vertigo. No, not the Vertigo, the Wasp, I mean. Good luck! I'm not doing anything, as you can imagine, it being computer controlled. The enemy is 5.4 miles away. They've got a lock on us already. Whoa, I didn't even see that missile directly in the center. Well done to the Wasp. Try again. Much closer this time. The Wasp does seem like the more agile of the two, at least in this game. They're both trying to spin towards each other, but they're kind of spinning at the same speed. Oh, he's got a lock already. Didn't make the most out of it, though. Aye, what are you doing? Don't crash. Oh, he just fired a missile, but it missed. So the Wasps had 2 chances, we've had none. Machine gun fire, trying to dodge. Missile! Missile! Oh, 2-0. Brilliant. And of course, with your own craft, you can mess around with that. You can apparently make ships as well, because you don't always spawn in on the same map, which I should have shown a little bit earlier, actually. Just go in there. Locations. Like, for instance, water takeoff, straight in the water. Different airports. There's a few of them. Either way, it's quite an enjoyable game. I don't think it's got that much to it, really, that much depth, but I really enjoy it. As someone who likes Kerbal Space Program but hasn't had too much experience, this is quite a good learning experience, honestly, for that kind of stuff. So, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that this sort of stuff is a series you wish to see continued in the future. And of course, most likely this was a first impressions. I'm not sure how I'm going to title this video, so if it is, would you like to see more first impressions in the future? Thank you so much for watching, hope to see you next time, goodbye.